Good evening, good evening. Okay, the time is now 7:06. We will now reconvene back into open session. Just first of all, want to wish everyone a happy new year, getting ready to start the rest of the school season, home stretch. Remind everybody that the meetings are public, but they are not of the public. We receive our information well in advance, and so lengthy discussion is not required. We're going to go ahead and get into our first action, and we ask if y'all would please stand for the Humboldt Army Junior ROTC as they present our colors.
Carry colors. Forward, march. Part-time, march. Color guard, up. Left, face. Present, arms. Sir, permission to post colors. Sir,
You may post.
order, colors. 5, face, forward, march. Colors, up. 5, face, pose. The colors, present, arms.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Order, arms. Left, face. Forward. March.
Would ask if you please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. Once again, we want to thank the Humboldt Army ROTC for presenting our colors tonight. Dr. Fagan, any accommodations, recognitions?
Absolutely. As you may have noticed, January is School Board Recognition Month. Throughout Texas, school board members are volunteers. They donate hundreds of hours to attend meetings, consider issues, set policies, and participate in student and community events. Tonight's inspiring moment showcases the variety of experiences benefiting students under the leadership and support of our state award-winning school board. Jonathan, please play tonight's inspiring moment.
Good morning, boys and girls. As you know, January is School Board Appreciation Month. Today, we're going to share why we appreciate the Humboldt ISD School Board of Trustees. Who would like to share first? Ayana.
Dear Humboldt ISD Board of Trustees, because of you, I'm getting the best educations in Texas, and maybe in the whole world. Because of you, I'm learning fractions.
Because of you, we are reaching new heights.
Because of you, I'm able to pursue my education in the arts.
Because of you, I'm learning how to save lives.
Because of you, we are state champions.
Because of you, I'm graduating with my associate's degree.
Because of you, we travel safely to school every day.
Because of you, I'm getting a jump on my career.
Because of you, we are becoming critical thinkers.
Because of you, we are becoming global citizens.
Because of you, we're becoming leaders and collaborators.
Because of you, we are becoming better communicators.
Because of you, I'm becoming personally responsible.
Because of you, we're becoming creative innovators.
Because of you, Mr. Cunningham, thank you for your 12 years of service.
Because of you, Miss Morrison, thank you for your 4 years of service.
Because of you, Mr. Sin, thank you for your 8 years of service.
Because of you, Ms. Dixon, thank you for your 2 years of service.
Because of you, Mr. Lopez, thank you for your 13 years of service.
Because of you, Miss Conrad, thank you for your 6 years of service. Because of you, Mr. Carney, thank you for your 2 years of service.
Thank you all for giving up your time to help us succeed in life.
Awesome job, boys and girls. All together now.
Thank you! You really are the best school board in Texas.
And to celebrate all that you do, board members will find at their seats a commemorative book featuring photos from the past year, as well as cards and letters submitted by students from Eagle Springs Elementary, Oaks Elementary, Shadow Forest Elementary, Humble Middle School, and Westlake Middle School. Also, the vases you have were handmade by students in our Mosaic program, and the banners around the room were created by students from Eagle Springs Elementary, Kingwood High School, and Summer Creek High School. Thank you for being an outstanding school board that supports every teacher and campus in doing what is best for our students. Next, moving on, our community has a long-standing tradition of supporting students who raise animals throughout our ag programs. This February, we'll bring the 72nd annual livestock show and auction. Tonight, FFA students from Atascocita, Humble, Kingwood, Kingwood Park, and Summer Creek High Schools are here to tell us more about this event.
Good evening. My name is Marissa Watson. I'm the president of the Atascocita FFA chapter, and I'm raising a steer for the Humble Livestock Show.
And I'm Macy Martin, the treasurer of Atascocita FFA chapter, and I'm raising a goat for the Humble Livestock Show.
Although we're here to inform you about the upcoming livestock show and auction, we would like to take a moment to explain everything FFA has to offer. Livestock judging and stock shows are not the only thing that's important to us. FFA is the largest student-led organization in the United States, and it teaches each of its members the importance of responsibility, teamwork, and leadership skills.
I have had some of my most important life lessons in this organization. I truly believe that FFA creates new world leaders. To say that FFA has taught me about life is an understatement. I think it would be appropriate to say that the experiences in this program have given me an unfair advantage in the workforce of our life.
Good evening. My name is Caroline Hurd, and I am president of the Kingwood FFA chapter, and I am currently raising a steer for the 2019 Humble Livestock Show. Tonight, I'm here to share with you a bit of our accomplishments that we've had this past semester. Last fall, we had 2 FFA alumni receive their American degree, which is the highest honor in FFA that you can receive. We also have 1 Area 3 and 3 district officers serving to represent Humble ISD. This past semester, we competed in leadership development events where we had multiple teams advance to area, as well as 1 bring home the sweepstakes award, and we had 2 teams advance to the state contest where 1 of them placed in the top 10 in the state of Texas. Last but certainly not least, all 5 high schools have had a great increase in their FFA membership. These accomplishments are just some that we continue to make this year, and we want to thank you all for your support. So thank you and have a good night.
Hello, my name is Damiana Vargas. I'm the vice president of Humble FFA. I raise swine for the Humble Livestock Show.
My name is Zachary Boggs, and I'm the president of Humble FFA, and I'm raising swine for the Humble Livestock Show.
I would like to invite everyone to come to the Humble Livestock Show to watch all the participants in their shining moment as they enter the show ring. Wednesday, February 6th is when you will see all of the animals move to the Civic Center arena.
That night starts the show off with the rabbit, lamb, and goat exhibitors. Then Thursday morning at 8 a.m., The swine show and the poultry show are done. And then that afternoon at 2 p.m. is our steer show. We truly hope that you can come out and support our students in their moment of glory. Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Noel Matthews, and I'm the president of the Summer Creek FFA chapter, and I'm raising a lamb for the Humble Livestock Show. Today I'm here to tell you about a tradition that we've had for many years called Special Kids Day. Each year on the Friday of Show Week, we give the special needs children of our school district the opportunity to experience what a real livestock show is all about. We invite children from all over Humble ISD to come and come out and tour the showgrounds, see the animals, eat breakfast, and even play games with them. This day of Show Week really exemplifies the last line of our FFA motto, living to serve, and I am truly proud to be a part of this day. Thank you. Have a great night.
Good evening. I'm Jeremiah Johnston. I'm president of the Kingwood Park FFA chapter, and I'm raising a steer for the Humble ISD Livestock Show.
My name is Avery Rose. I am the vice president of the Kingwood Park FFA chapter, and I am raising a steer for the Humble Livestock Show.
Each year, our livestock show is dedicated to a community member who has had a great impact on our chapters and livestock show. This year, our livestock show is dedicated to Mr. and Mrs. Calfee of Nationwide Insurance in Remax Northeast. I would like to invite each of you to please attend our livestock show auction on Friday, February 8th at 1 p.m. in the Humble Civic Center. Beforehand, there will be a buyer's luncheon beginning at noon. During the livestock show auction, the top 10 of each species will be sold to the highest bidder. This is a fun and exciting event for my fellow FFA members. If you have never attended an auction before, I highly recommend it. Your attendance at this auction would be highly appreciated.
If you are interested in donating monetarily, please contact Ms. Cheryl Jones at the Kate Center at 281-641-8310. As always, we thank you for your service to students such as myself, faculty and staff, and above all, the community in which you serve. We hope to see you there. Thank you. The invitations we are presenting to you contain reserved parking passes. The reserved parking is located between the library and the Civic Center.
Okay, now Jerry Monbaron, Community Development Director and Executive Director of the Humble ISD Education Foundation, has some exciting news to share.
And I'm actually going to let India Loth, who is the chair of the foundation board, to share that news with you tonight about the foundation's employee campaign.
Hi, I'm India. Had I known I was going to follow FFA, I probably would have spent a little more time looking at what I need to say, because that's one thing that they do very well is they memorize and have good etiquette when they're speaking, so I appreciate that. On behalf of the Humble ISD Education Foundation Board, I'd like to share with you some exciting news about the foundation's employee campaign. The theme for this year's campaign is the celebration of Humble ISD's 100-year anniversary. And as we all know, Humble ISD employees are the best of the best. And I'm excited to report that for the 5th year, Humble ISD employees have pledged more than $300,000 to the foundation. So support at this level is a testament that Humble ISD employees believe in what the foundation is doing, and we appreciate that tremendously. As the foundation chair, I love sharing the stories that I hear and all the videos that are produced. I'm proud to be a parent of 4 students that are in the district, and I can't imagine going to another district. I'm very proud of what we've done here. Dr. Fagan and board trustees, we're thrilled to announce that 3,209 Humble ISD employees have pledged $323,216 this year, and to the district through this year's campaign. Once again, Humble ISD employees have risen to demonstrate their commitment to not only the students, but our district as a whole, and we're inspired by their dedication and excellence. Humble ISD is blessed to not only have amazing employees, but also have a remarkable group of trustees to work hard to build the education foundation that's best for the community, our employees, and most importantly, the students of the district. During this month of School Board Recognition, the Humble ISD Education Foundation thanks you for your service and incredible leadership. Trustees, at your seat, you'll see a couple of tokens of our appreciation, and you'll see the 100-year pin and also a cap, and that we hope that the spring semester brings a lot of accomplishments and to add to our already list of accomplishments that we've had this year. And an integral piece of the campaign success is the volunteer work that 51 campus representatives throughout the district participate in. The campus reps serve as our ambassadors to promote the giving opportunity to each of their schools. And they work tirelessly on their own time to add value and bring the stories that we have as a foundation board to their schools. So we appreciate the work. And if you're one of these reps and you're in the room, please stand up and be recognized. Do we have any of them here today? Yay! Thank you. So every gift that we get, if it's little, if it's repetitive, we appreciate any amount, small or big, to the foundation. We have good use to put every dollar to in the district. So I now want to invite Christy Tarkington up, and she spearheads this campaign and works tirelessly with the employees to get all the information out to them, and she is going to recognize the top participating campuses.
So we're going to ask Dr. Fagan and Mr. Cunningham, as well as Mr. Carney, to come up and join us for the photo. So Mr. Carney actually is our foundation board liaison with the trustees, as well as Jerry Monbaron. So we're all going to be in the photo together. I'm not, but they are. So anyway, so this year, we'd like to recognize for each category. So for this year, for our elementary campuses, we actually have 3 elementary campuses that were our top participating, and that was at 100% this year. So I know it's amazing. So we are so excited to announce that Deerwood Elementary, Green Tree Elementary, and Oak Forest Elementary. So we'll invite y'all to come up to take a photo. So coming up with Deerwood Elementary is McCare Davies, the principal at Deerwood, and her assistant principal, Bonnie Goodnich, as well as our Green Tree principal, Denise Rodriguez, and Stephanie Lake Garcia, who is the assistant principal at Green Tree, and also the campus rep for Green Tree. And then for Oak Forest Elementary, we have Miss Linda Schmidt, and Carmen Cook is actually the campus rep over at Oak Forest, but she couldn't be with us tonight.
2, 3.
Thank you, thank you. So, for our middle school category, we are excited tonight to recognize Westlake Middle School. So joining us this evening, so come on up. So joining us this evening is Dr. Ken Hodgkinson, who is the principal at Westlake Middle School, as well as the assistant principal, Angie McDonald, who is also the campus rep for Westlake. And we also do have to point out, Westlake Middle School did have 100% participation this year on their campus as well. So, yes, first year. Thank you, thank you. So in our high school category this year, we would like to recognize Kingwood Park High School. So we'll ask Ms. Drabing, Ms. Lisa Drabing, who is the principal at K Park, as well as our wonderful associate principal as well, Brian Johnson, to come up and join for the photo. So, congratulations. Okay, yeah. And while we're taking one more photo with everyone in the group photo, if y'all wouldn't mind. We're going to do one more. So while they're taking the photo, we also wanted to let you know that, because I don't think we have any additional campus reps with us here that aren't already in the photo. I think we have everyone in. This year's
There we go. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Everybody has their eyes open. I don't think you can tell me to go on. Let's do it. 1, 2, and 3. There we go.
So in closing, we just want to make sure and send a huge thank you to each and every employee throughout the district that participates in the campaign and the huge impact that it makes through the Innovative Education Grants program. So the application for this year's Innovative Education Grants is actually already up, and so we are so excited. We cannot wait to hear all of the exciting stories and ideas from our educators. The grants process, the grant applications will close on Sunday, February 24th. So we have a little bit of time left to go ahead and get those applications in. Thank you again.
All right. I know I'm a broken record on this, but I say, TEA, we should measure that. Because when your employees give their own money to their education foundation of their school district, I can't think of a more direct way to say that we believe in what you're doing, we believe in our district, we believe in our community. It's a good place to be. So congratulations to the Education Foundation and to everybody who is part of that program. Because in the spring, when we go out and actually deliver the Prize Posse grants, the impact is incredible for students across our district. And it's really, really become a strong tradition. Okay, this concludes tonight's announcements. We're happy to be back in school after winter break, of course, and we look forward to resuming super staffers in February. Thank you, Mr. Cunningham.
All right, thank you, Dr. Fagan. Next on our agenda, we will have questions and comments by patrons or employees of the districts regarding agenda items or any other matters. And I see that we only have one form tonight, and that will be Marie Civils. She's from the office of Commissioner Jack Cagle. Is she in? Oh, there she is. Marie, so if you want to come up, come to the podium, or the floor is yours.
Good evening. My name is Marie Civils, and I'm with Harris County Precinct 4, Commissioner Cagle's office. And on behalf of Harris County and Commissioner Cagle, I have beautiful proclamations to present to the board to show our appreciation and our support of your mission and direction and of your service on behalf of our community and especially for our children. So if you'll bear with me, I'd like to present it for you. Harris County Precinct 4, the Honorable R. Jack Cagle, hereby recognizes the entire Humble ISD School District Board of Directors for their excellence and service in our community. As Precinct 4 Commissioner of Harris County, Texas, and on behalf of the citizens of Harris County, we offer our deepest gratitude for the compassion, wisdom, and outstanding leadership you've provided within Humble Independent School District. Your tireless efforts and dedication have made an immeasurable impact on the lives of the students, families, and fellow educators in our community. Therefore, I hereby proclaim the month of January 2019 as School Board Recognition Month. R. Jack Cagle, Commissioner, Harris County Precinct 4. Thank you very much.
I think. And I'll make sure she gets it. Okay. I'll tell you what, thank you so much. And tell my friend I said thank you too.
Okay, I certainly will.
Once again, thank you, Ms. Civils, excuse me. Okay, moving right along, we're going to go ahead and go into our comments by individual board members. I'm going to start on my right, your left, with Mr. Carney.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to wish everybody a happy new year. Hope everybody got some great rest, great time with the family. I wanted to just say thank you to everyone for all the special accolades and recognition that we're getting this month. I know we don't really do this for that purpose, but it's nice to get it when we do get it. It's a pleasure to serve everybody, every day, throughout the year. 2018 was a great year for us, being recognized as School Board of the Year. I want to congratulate my colleagues for that recognition. Truly is a great team. I'm happy to be a part of it, and look forward to 2019. Hope we continue the good momentum that we built up. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carney. Ms. Lamont Dixon.
Yes, I would also like to say Happy New Year and thank you for all of the kind sentiments for the School Board Appreciation Month. And I would like to ditto with Dr. Fagan's comment about the Education Foundation, the employees giving $323,216. I was a part of the Humble ISD Education Foundation, so I know how important that is for the grants that go back into the classroom. And it really is just an honor to know that our employees care that much and would like to give that amount back to the district. And also, I just would like to say I'm looking forward to the FFA auction on February 8th. I went last year for the first time, and it was one of the most exciting things I've ever done. So, thank you.
All right, Ms. Conrad.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also would like to extend my appreciation for all the sentiments, and of course we serve because we live here, we love it, we love our community, we want to give back, and so it feels good to be appreciated, so we thank you for that. does require a little bit of time. Thank you, Commissioner Cagle's office, for that proclamation. Congratulations to the Education Foundation on another successful campaign. I speak every year about the importance. I think it's a great opportunity for our teachers who've never written grants before, but also the ones who really want to try something out. And it's just a good opportunity to see what works and what doesn't work. And we appreciate those teachers that are willing to try that. Also want to send my compliments to my colleagues here on the board from the HEB Judges Panel. When we met this week, they were very complimentary of our board, and you know, it's difficult to go through applications and narrow it down to finalists, but they mentioned several times how we raised the bar on that because of the things we do here are unique, and so that stands out above other applications. So it's my compliments to us all and how we stand united on things. And then the final thing I just want to say was just to keep, I'm excited for our 100th year celebration coming up, and it's exciting to celebrate the past and look forward to what the future has to bring. So I want to make sure the community is aware. Of course, our public communications office is putting out a lot of information. There's a lot of activities going on at the schools, so make sure you're paying attention to what's going on at your child's school and watching the websites and things like that. It'll be exciting the rest of the year, I think. So that's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you, Ms. Conrad. Mr. Sitton.
Thank you, Mr. President. Several things. If you have not been to the Humble ISD Livestock Show, you need to go. If you haven't been to the Special Kids Day at the arena, you have to go. I'm telling you, when you see what these kids have done with their animals and so forth, the leadership skills, you know, they are the future leaders of tomorrow. You know, hats off to our CTE staff. Y'all do a great job. All of your instructors on the campus level. But when you go out and you see what's happening at the auction, but then when you go to the Special Kids Day, I mean, it'll bring a tear to your eye. I mean, 'cause you see these kids light up. You know, on that same line, I went and saw Humble and Atascocita play basketball at Humble. I guess it was 2 weeks ago. It was over the holidays. And at halftime, they had Best Buddies basketball at halftime. And to see those kids making, one kid hit 3 3-pointers. They just kept feeding him. And they were just lighting up. The crowd was going nuts. And those are things that aren't measured on the test score. And so I don't want to beat that dead horse either. But that is a fact. I mean, those are the things that our kids are doing on a regular basis at Humble ISD. You know, the FFA auction this year is going to be a little bittersweet, though, because our longtime auctioneer passed away. He lives in East Texas. He's been known around the FFA circuits for years. I think probably in the neighborhood of 30 years doing auctions around the state. And he comes every year and passed away over the holiday break. So we will definitely miss him. And lastly, the 100-year birthday of Humble ISD. Contrary to popular belief, I was not part of the original graduating class, but it does seem like it was a long time ago. But we've got a great program planned. We laid out some broad strokes, and Jamie Mountain, Jerry Montbarron, and their staffs have taken the ball and ran with it and have developed a tremendous program. If you haven't heard or seen any of the advertisement, our MC for the evening is 1981 graduate from Humble High School, Pastor Joel Osteen. Our entertainment later in the evening, Kingwood graduate Gary Kyle. It's going to be a fantastic evening. Lots of kids will be involved, our bands, our drill teams, our cheerleaders. It is going to be an awesome event at Turner Stadium on Saturday, February 16th. So 3 weekends in a row. You got the barbecue cook-off, you've got the rodeo, you got the 100th birthday, and let's shine the light on Humble ISD. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Mr. Sitton. Well said. Mr. Lopez, I'm holding you for last, so I'm going to go, and then I'll yield to you. But I just want to echo what everybody has said. We had our inspiring moments, and they said that, you know, you're the one. But I want to correct that just a little bit. It's not just really us up here. It's a team of 8. It's Dr. Fagan and your team doing what they do, and it's all the teachers, and most of all, it's the community. And so you make this district what it is. And so I look forward to January because it's just not just a board appreciation, but it's an appreciation for the community as a whole. And I just want to say thank you. It's been a good, fun ride, 12 years. And I tell you, I had a tear there. You know, that makes it worth everything. And so with that, I'm going to yield to my friend, Mr. Lopez.
Well, you stole all my thunder there.
Again?
Again. No, it's true what you just said. It's not the school board. It's the administration. It's the teachers. It's everybody in this district that comes together to provide the education and community support for our kids and our schools. And we're just a cog in that wheel. And so, but I do appreciate everyone recognizing us. We are volunteers, but we do have a certain, I guess, benefit from what we do in that we live here. We want to make this place a better place. We want to make sure that our school district remains, frankly, the best school district in the state of Texas. And so that's why we work as hard as we do on this board. But again, thank you so much for the recognition this year, and I truly appreciate it. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez. Dr. Fagan, any comments from administration?
Well, I just want to say from myself and on behalf of my team, many of us have worked in other places and understand the power of a school board. And while we appreciate that you all give it back, certainly it starts at the top. It's true what they say, that if you don't have real leadership, real collaboration, all of the things that we want to see in our students, if you don't have that at the board level, it's very, very difficult throughout the whole entire school district because it just doesn't set the right tone. And I've worked in multiple districts, many of us have, and the tone that you all provide is one of leadership, it's one of excellence, it's responsibility, but it's also creativity and collaboration and support. You ask hard questions, you challenge us, but you empower us to do our work and to do better things for 43,000 students and growing. And there's a reason why people want their children in Humble ISD. There's a reason why we're bothering Kenny for new temporary buildings and that we need a bond for growth and that we need all of these things that we're constantly talking about. And that's because Humble ISD is the very best place for children in the state of Texas, if not beyond. And it honestly does start at the top. So thank you all for your service. You volunteer many, many hours in person, on the phone, preparing outside of times, going to community events. You're extraordinarily visible. You're extraordinarily approachable. You provide us with the right kind of support and leadership without, as you say, getting into the weeds. And truly we do appreciate that because we know that without you we couldn't do what we do and we couldn't provide what we provide in this school district. The opportunity to provide innovative curriculum to empower teachers to do what's right for children every day, it's because you let us do that and because our community values that. And so thank you very much, very sincerely, from the bottom of my heart for being, you know, extraordinary 7 bosses. If somebody has to have 7 bosses, and I always offer that up to trade with principals and others, but if you have to have 7 bosses, I really, really enjoy working with each one of you, and you all bring something very unique to this school district and to this table, and that is what makes this such a special place for everyone. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fagan. Next, we'll go ahead and move into our Board Association committees. Audit Committee has no report. Moving on to Mr. Lopez. No report. Building and Planning Committee, Ms. Lamont Dixon.
You all have a copy of the report. If you have any questions, just please let me know. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Dixon. Finance Committee, Mr. Sitton.
Yes, you're going to see an action item tonight regarding the 428 grant withdrawal for our FEMA funds. You all should have received that email and the supporting documents for that. Not hearing any questions for that, but when we get to that item, we'll pull that, and if you have any questions for Mr. Sill and his team, you'll be able to ask it at that point in time. Also, there will be a lot of other things coming down the line pretty soon, budget workshops and so forth. So get ready to gear up for all the fun stuff with the legislative session and what our funding looks like.
Thank you, Mr. Sitton. Ms. Morrison is not here for our advocacy committee. She had surgery. She was here earlier and left. And so I'm going to ask Mr. Sitton if we can double team in case you missed anything, but you got most of it.
Yes, I know that there was a report that just came out about school safety, and we were ranked as one of the top. I think we were number 4 in the Gulf Coast area, but number 1 in the large school category, if you will, based on however their survey was and so forth. So very pleased with that. That's one of those things that we can't stand up here and tell you everything that's happening because we don't want the bad guys to know what we're doing. But I will say that Dr. Fagan coming on board with her experience in this area has really helped a lot. So as you know, when we changed to the advocacy committee, it was a forum to bring all the stakeholders in the community together. So every law enforcement agency that services the Humble ISD area comes to those meetings. They're able to share, we're able to share what our needs are. They're able to share back with what their needs are. Also in February, Mr. Cunningham, myself, and Ms. Morrison will be going to Austin to take our legislative agenda along with the Chamber of Commerce. So.
And I just want to add a little bit. I mean, today was the inauguration, so the governor, lieutenant governor, everybody got sworn in. The House and the Senate have already released their preliminary budgets. Looking at everything, I believe school finance is definitely a top priority. I feel good about it. We don't know how it's going to wash out in another, 135 days, whatever it is that's left. But looking forward to going to Austin, looking forward to the community getting in behind us and making education a priority. That's all I have. Anything else that we missed? Okay, good. Education Foundation, Mr. Carney.
Sure, thank you, Mr. President. So it's come up a few times already tonight, but the Humble Livestock Show and Rodeo and Barbecue Cook-Off are coming up. So mark your calendars for February 1st and 2nd for the cook-off, and then 8th and 9th for the rodeo. I know I went last year to the rodeo for the first time and at the livestock auction as well, and that was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that. And also the proceeds for this event benefit the Education Foundation, which we just saw very generous in donating to the district. So once again, go out there and support it, have a great time, and mark your calendars for those dates. You can go to humblerodeo.com for more information. Thank you.
What about anybody wishing to volunteer? From that site also?
To the website.
Yeah, I was going to say go to the website, humblerodeo.com as well.
All right. All right, Mr. Carney, thank you, sir. Ms. Dixon, Kingwood Super Neighborhood Council.
Just one thing, the project manager from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers attended the meeting as our guest speaker to answer questions about the San Jacinto River dredging project. Lots of questions throughout the night. And just to let you know, our next meeting is tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. at the Kingwood Community Center, and it's open to the public. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So that'll be it for our committee reports. We will now move into our action items from closed session. I would ask Ms. Dixon if you will assist me.
Okay, I move that the board approve the administration's personnel recommendations as presented in closed session with addendum.
Okay, motion and second. All in favor? Opposed by the same? Okay, motion carries. Okay, Ms. Dixon, we're going to ask, did you get that, Ms. Martin? Okay. We're working this new system here, so. Okay, we're going to move into our consent agenda items here. And once again, Ms. Dixon, I'm going to ask if you will assist me also on this. And we're going to move into 5A, the approval of the minutes. Minutes that was held on the meeting from Tuesday, December 11, 2018. Okay, it's consent. We're just on the consent agenda here, so if you want to pull it. But that's good, we're good. 5B, goods, professional service, and non-construction service exceeding 50,000 in the aggregate and 25 individually. That is also a consent. 5C, 2018, 2019, construction and construction-related purchases. Okay, consent. D, budget transfers and amendments, including 2014 property value survey audit. That is a consent. E, bond fund transfers and amendments. Consent. F, tax refunds. Okay, consent. G will be the staff development waiver for the 2019-2020 school year. Also consent. H, approval of new course offerings at middle school, middle and high schools for 2019-2020. Okay, that's consent. I, policy revisions. This is the final action on our policy revision. Okay, that's consent. And Ms. Dixon, if you'll read back everything on the approvals here.
Mr. President, I move that the board approve the following items by consent, 5A through 5I.
May I have a second? All right, thank you, Ms. Sitton. It's been probably motion and second. All in favor? Opposed by the same? Motion carries. Next, on item 6, we have an action item here. May I have a motion?
Second.
All right. I will yield to, we'll yield you, Superintendent, and then, of course, Finance Chairman, you can come in, or our CFO.
Sure. Mr. Seal has been working with DRS, which is a FEMA consultant, and also FEMA for the very best repayment strategy for Humble ISD. Initially, you may remember that it was our position that we were going to participate in a new pilot program. However, it appears that FEMA changed those rules 2 days prior to Hurricane Harvey and now is directing us in another direction. So we would like to switch course to this new direction because we believe it is the best method for Humble ISD to be fully reimbursed for the FEMA portion of our approaching $100 million in Hurricane Harvey damages. So Mr. Seal is happy to answer any questions that you all would have that are specific to this program, as he's been working directly with DRS and with FEMA.
I've got a question. I have the floor. I read this and it was, it says it's capped at 55 million. Is that all we're going to be repaid, or we're going to be paid the entire 100 million? I guess I'm a little confused.
FEMA is obligated, sorry, I don't have the figure, the $55 million figure that we see. They obligated their 90% of that $55 million. FEMA is identified the scope of the project, what they will approve us taking care of. And they have set that money aside with our name on it. We've seen news releases that came out before any of us were voting, saying, acting like we've received that money. They've set it aside, and now the state of Texas, it's their job to go through all of the invoices, all of the things that we've done to examine our procurement methodology, to examine things like on invoices, how they calculated the fees that we were charged for people like Black and Warren, and then those funds will be released to us. It won't all come in one block. Had we been successful and we really worked until right before the government shut down, we were working towards trying to get FEMA to change their mind and say that they would allow us to use completely aircraft. They kind of acknowledged that they made a mistake in rewriting the rules to exclude folks like us. We didn't qualify because their new interpretation of the rules was the only way we could qualify for that grant was if we took about a 3 to 4 month application period with them before we started doing FEMA high school activity. We didn't know it at the time that that was going to be their interpretation, but frankly, after we felt that, I think the solution was to take a position that that wasn't the best thing. what was close to us, that would really speeded up our collections, or sped up our collections even more. The next muscle approach is the one that we're proposing. It is designed for folks like us who put a campus back together, but also did what was appropriate to improve based on the campus. Some people take an approach where we put it back exactly like it was. You know, if we've got a lousy layout, we're gonna put it exactly like that. If we've got a bad flooring and we'd like some different flooring, then we're gonna put it back exactly the same. We took the position where if we could spend a reasonable amount of money to upgrade the facility, to make it even a better facility than was required for flood, that we want to do that, and that is what this reimbursement methodology is designed to.
So the first 30 million comes from insurance. And so then if you take the 63 million-ish, that is the Kingwood High School piece, which we've decided to direct the FEMA money that way, and then they pay 90%, that's where the 55 million round number goes. And then remember that the state of Texas said that they would come back with the other 10% through the legislative process. So we're still hopeful that that will be the case, that they will come back with the other 10% in addition to the lost revenues through the reassessment process. So when you take all those pieces and parts, you get to that total number.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
We are, by the way, at this point, with all of our collections, within a few, well, I think we are approaching 50%. So through insurance and partial collection.
Got it.
So how is this different than the PAP?
Pilot program.
The PAP, the PE?
Well, there were two different things. One was how the state would reimburse us for PRS.
Okay, that was for that, and this is for,
came
okay.
just, I think a month ago or a couple of months ago, we worked with that. That's still in place. The second was really it was in how the state of Texas would analyze under the 428 program. The loosest explanation I could give you would be if you owned a home and your roof blew off your house, the insurance company came out and said, that's a total loss, and we project that will cost you $17,000 to replace that roof. They would give you a check for $17,000, and if you could get it done for $14,000, that was okay. As opposed to them saying, provide us with all the invoices. It doesn't work exactly that way, but that's kind of the theme that we're going for the process. And interestingly enough, they've rewritten the rules for the next storm. If we had been in the storm before, or we had been in the next storm, we would have gone. But they rewrote them, they looked specifically at our situation and said, this was a mistake.
I will tell you that having listened to people from the Joplin tornado in Missouri and people from Superstorm Sandy on the East Coast, they are still in the process of the invoices, where they submit the invoices, FEMA compares them. I mean, years and years and years. So while we would have preferred the pilot program that made a lot more sense to us, this is a better way than going down that path of spending the next 10 years submitting one invoice at a time and arguing about each one, which is sort of what you're talking about. And there are little differences that Mike referenced, for instance, where FEMA says, well, only the auditorium seats that are underwater should be replaced. And we said, no, all these other auditorium seats were exposed to this horrific water and air quality and absorbed all of that in, so we're replacing all the auditorium seats. And they said, well, that's fine, we're only paying for the ones that were underwater. So those are the kinds of things that you're going to see, little differences that Mike referenced also.
Bureaucracy.
Yes.
Lovely.
Lots of red tape.
Yes.
Yeah, so just to kind of recap, thanks, Mike, for your explanation. This is, at last month's board meeting, we went through all the reimbursables we had received up to that point. This is the money that I also mentioned was being held up at the state because we were waiting to see how they were going to, I guess, make us prove good on that money. So Mike and Dr. Fagan made the decision end of last week that it was prudent for us to go in this direction. So I would strongly recommend, that we proceed in this manner.
Okay, any more discussion? Okay, we have it on the floor. All in favor? All opposed by the same? Okay, motion carries. Item 7 here, we've got information only, some policy revision information. Anybody have any questions need to be answered? We also have on 7B, there's some financial service reports. Got any questions you can get with Dr. Fagan or Mr. Seal? Okay. Consideration for topics for future board business. Ms. Dixon, anything? Nothing there? Ms. Conrad? Sitting? Mr. Lopez? And I hear no's. Well, so with that being that, then we are closed until the next board meeting, which will be I think this time it's second Tuesday.
In February.
In February, so don't, so please come dressed.
I don't have a calendar for you.
We're adjourned.